First, thank you all for spending not only yesterday, part of the afternoon and evening, but the whole of Saturday, a cool and sunny Saturday in this room. It is a nice room, but the sunshine must have been much more beautiful. So thanks to all. Thanks for those who joined online. Thanks for your participation, for the exchange, for those who sent questions online. Thanks to the students who came from far. We have students, youth, and others who came from across the country. Thanks to you all. You made this conference a success. So we try to do it a bit differently. You've seen the format, trying to get more interaction. I think this worked well, having a Q&A, more time for Q&As. Try to focus the debate to have videos, polls. So I hope you enjoyed it, despite the length, despite some of the delays, and despite the late hour. If success of a conference were to be measured on how many people are still in the room in the last session in the evening, then we're not doing so bad. But no, success of a conference is not great attendance and participation. That's part of it, and thank you for that. But whether this debate, these conversations we had today, which is a contribution to many conversations that are happening in the country, will continue. I hope many of you will provide inputs in our notes and all the other works that are being published, including PIDE, I should say. I have their papers here, and they're outside for those who did not get them. So success is about continuing this conversation and having more debates across the country, and in fact we're going to continue and have more in other cities. And of course the real success of all these conversations is whether in the middle of this crisis, and yes it is a crisis, emerges among the elites of the country, elites broadly speaking, as Stefan Derkan put it earlier, a realization that this moment could be or has to be Pakistan's moment and Pakistan's shift. And I'm an optimistic, and I like the optimistic note of Chairman Najy, so I'd like to end on the same optimism, that a consensus emerges that this crisis should not be wasted like the previous ones via short-term fixes or a few more $1 billion to pass the current storm, muddle through, and go back to the old long-standing status quo, waiting for the next crisis. So that's my hope. But for this, we strongly believe that this is the time for this shift. This is the time to decide. That was the name of the conference, to change in a new direction, with less protection of incumbents, more competition, less rents, all the topics that have been discussed today, more progressive taxation, and durable growth-oriented consensus. All of this to have, in particular, more resources to fight what I believe is the real crisis that's hitting the country, and that is its human development deficit, with the child stunting rates. That was the first topic we focused on during this conference, the poor education outcomes and the poor health outcomes. I personally learned a lot, took a lot of notes in my notebook, and I'm leaving with a lot of ideas, but one conviction which I always had, that your country absolutely have the human capacity and intelligence to enable this new course, including in the administrative service, which is the best I've seen in my career. So I'd like to end with a thanks. First, all those who contributed to make this conference and this moment a success, including the staff from the Serena, who have been helping us and doing a great job. The team from Tabat Lab, thank you so much, leading to the preparation. And it was not only this moment, it's all the consultations before, the videos you've seen, the work in the field, the work online, and also the preparation of the sessions as well as the moderation. PIDE, of course, big shout out to the PIDE team, to Fahim, Nayab, and everyone in PIDE, which is a great organization. Just an anecdote. Somebody told me a few weeks back, "You're doing this with PIDE, but Nadim tweets all the time against the World Bank and he insults you all the time." And I said, this is precisely why I want to work with PIDE and that I really like to work with them. Not because he insults the World Bank all the time, and he will probably tonight in his next tweets, but because he has a passionate conviction that the solutions for Pakistan will not come from donors, no matter what we can write, reports and help and provide financing, but it will be homegrown. This is where it comes from, and this is my conviction as well. So this is why. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my whole team. There's a lot of colleagues who have worked a lot, not only on the notes, and please provide comments on these notes and send comments, but I'd like to thank in particular Tobias. You did it. Putri, Christina, Amir, Farhan, Nasreen, Shabnam, Patrick, and I'm forgetting many of my colleagues. Thank you all, and this is just one moment in a conversation that shall continue. Thank you, everyone. Salam alaikum.